We are live.
That was quick.
We are live. I told you.
What?
The Wi-Fi was good. I did a Wi-Fi speed test in here, and for some reason tonight, the Wi-Fi is really good. I thought I put that on silent.
No, you didn't put it on silent.
Well, there you go. You can skip that.
What are you doing now?
There you go. Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Happy Independence Day to all of our American friends. I'm sure you're having a good day. Definitely having a good day. Good evening, everybody. Who did I miss? So let me just do. That was Caroline and Trevor. You were the first ones to comment. Good evening.
What's it on this?
Yeah, just then. Yeah. That's what I was going to check. I was going to do some shouts here. Hi, Kiwi Man. Julie, how you doing? All right. Chrissy, Debbie, Kels, Kiwi Man. Yep. Chrissy, I've done that. Emily, Bronwyn from Australia. Janet, Susie, Shelley, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. You all right? That hurt.
Just hit the oven.
That hurt. That did. The oven hurt me. Hi, Highland Portraits. Derek. The fires, I think, Derek, are out.
They are out. There's a lot of damage, but they are out.
They were wild. They were. But what a good job the fire service did, to be honest with you, to keep on top of it. Absolutely bonkers. It was just a perfect storm. It was literally all the wind direction was coming from Aviemore and blowing everything towards the coast. So all of this area got blanket covered in smoke and ash. It's crazy because normally we're the ones watching it on the TV, watching Australia or America or Canada or whatever. And when it's on your doorstep, it's a little bit worrying, isn't it? It's a little bit concerning, isn't it? But the fire service did an amazing job. They really did. Obviously, and the weather helped. Hi, Doreen. Hi, Annette. Chris, how you doing? Deirdre, Nikki, Tanya, how you doing? All right? I've got loads of shout-outs down as well tonight. Sam, how you doing? All right? Jean and Bunty. Carla, Nicole, Avril, Liz, how you doing, Liz? I'll probably do your shout-outs again in a minute because I've got them all written down and I've got to go through them. Otherwise it'll play on my mind because I like to be able to day-glow them out of my list. Kirsty, Fanny, how you doing? All right. Christina, Mackie, Tracy.
Can you pass me that pen? I've just got to write something down.
I've got to write something down. Is it important?
And can you pass me those Post-its?
Is it lottery numbers?
No, but it's just important. I've just realised it's somebody's birthday and I've not.
Whose birthday?
I'm not going to say it now, am I?
Well remembered. Happy birthday for the 11th of July, Bronwyn.
I just looked at the calendar and realised we're in July.
It's your birthday this month.
My birthday? Well, yeah, later.
Your birthday's on the 26th. See? I know, see. Should be my first tattoo.
What?
Your birthday. Hi, Caroline. Hi, Carol. Oh, no. We actually, obviously, we used to do a live every Friday. But for us, it's more enjoyable doing one a month because you've got lots more to talk about. And it's nice to catch up with people and, and have a good blether, as they say up here. Hi, Janet. You're welcome, Janine. You're welcome. We enjoy making our vlogs. We do. I swear I was going to see Matt Damon the other day. I was too late. Got some intel from the shop, obviously, because your local shop knows everything, don't they? And we'd missed them by about 45 minutes or so.
I don't think he was here.
Was he not? Oh wow.
I think he's over in Cullen.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stop being a stalker though.
No.
Matt, Jason Bourne. Thanks, Sarah. Hi, Michelle. We're doing okay. We've had a week, actually. Me and Zoe were talking about it this morning. To be honest with you, now that Agnes has finished school and we don't have the school runs anymore, we kind of just went into a bit of zombie mode, didn't we? Knackered. Both of us were just like, this week, I haven't even done, so we did Joe Wicks. Do you know what I said to the kids at the start of the week? We did Joe Wicks on the Monday and everybody was so tired. I just went, right, we'll just have a week of doing nothing. We'll just chill. We'll just do a few things and come up with a few ideas for projects. And I thought we've talked about it in the vlogs this week, haven't we? We've talked about that.
For lots of walks.
That was weird. Oh, I've been on loads of walks. That's standard. But that was weird. So I was talking on the vlog in the morning about how home educating is changing our complete mindset on how summer works and all this sort of stuff, and summer holidays and all the traditional summer holidays and all those timings. And then you were blathering about it later, and we hadn't even talked about it.
We don't speak to each other much.
It's crazy, isn't it? We do. We speak.
We don't actually. Not much.
No, what do you mean during the day? During the day, we're so busy. But it's just been nice to take a step back this week and just let the kids play, go on a few walks, enjoy the beach, go for a paddle.
They've needed it as well, though, haven't they?
Yeah, we've both needed it.
Time to just.
We've been really lazy as well. We've been staying in bed till what, half six? 6 o'clock.
6:30. Even the kids have been staying in bed till 6. And I don't include the teenagers there because they get up whenever they feel like it. But the little ones have been staying in bed till 6.
Right. Anyway, should we do some shout outs? We'll keep an eye on the questions, the comments as well.
Okay.
I've got loads to do, guys. So I've got written down here, say, happy 4th of July. Done that. So done that loads today. Caroline and Trevor, I said all right. To Helen Salisbury, 71 on Monday. Happy birthday from Helen. Jill Hutchin, Gary, Claire Hewitt, Samantha and Philip. It's your 40th wedding anniversary on Sunday. That's good going, isn't it? Well done. Congratulations.
Well done, you.
Well done. Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Ella, Thomas, Sarah, Rebecca, and Peggy. How you doing? And Chrissy Haynes, Anna, Olivia McKay. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Debbie, Jean. But I've got some good I've got some big shout outs as well to do. Right. So I'm going to do my first shout out. And then we'll hit a question. So bear with me while I'm just doing my colouring in. This is where I wish I had some music to put over the top. Just a bit of mute for a second. There we go. There we go. You can mark my colouring later, Zoe. So Jessica, happy 17th birthday on the 9th of July. She's having her first driving lesson. The 9th is Wednesday. Having her first driving lesson with her dad, who's a driving instructor.
I was going to say.
And happy birthday, Callum, 21 on the 17th of July, who's in the RAF, and they're buying his first house with his girlfriend, Hayley. And that's love from Tammy, mum and dad. So there you go. That's a big shout out done. So birthdays all round. I've got more birthday shout outs to do in a bit as well, a bit later on. Right then, questions. Here we go. Olivia, this is one for Zoe. It's got your name written all over this. Okay, you ready? Brace yourself. Olivia asked, how much did the kids weigh at birth?
Elizabeth was 7.25.
7.25.
Mm-hmm. Olivia was £8. £8.3. Isabel was £6.9 and Charlotte was £5.1. Noah was £9.
He was a big boy,
was
wasn't he?
£9.6. He was
a big boy.
£9.6.
He was.
Eva was £7. Was she £7 something or £6 something? I think Toby was £6 something, and Eva was like £7.14 or something. The little twins were £2.3 and £3.4, weren't they?
Tiny.
I think.
Were they that much? I thought they were.
No.
I thought they were very tiny.
That is tiny.
No, yeah, I know, but I thought they were smaller than that.
Not born though.
Leah and Erin.
Yeah. £2, I think. £2.3. That's pretty tiny, man.
Yeah.
She went down to like 800 grams.
That is quite tiny.
When she was, I've got it on my phone somewhere.
Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Debbie.
Eva was £7.12.5. Toby was £6.15.5. Yeah, Leah was £3.4 and Erin was £2.6. £2.6, not £2.3. Agnes was £9.3. Joseph was £7.14. She was. And Florence, I can't actually remember. She was £7 something, wasn't she, Florence?
£7 something.
What?
We need to write that down, don't we?
She's £7 something.
Little Flo. Yes.
I've got lots that were £7 something.
It's a good weight, isn't it? It's a good weight. So Emily was saying it's a relatively recent thing to have an adventure pack summer holiday. I remember as a child we spent it playing in the garden and on the streets with friends. We made our own adventures. Yeah, we did as well. I mean, it's obviously things are slightly different now, aren't they, with letting your kids go wandering. But I remember as a kid, I'd be on my bike with my mates and going down to Gwythian Beach from Camborne, and that's probably about 6 miles, is it? Something like that, a bit more, maybe. And just cycling down and spending the day down the beach and stuff.
Is that far?
Yeah, I think so, something like that. But yeah, I mean, most of our summer holidays, to be honest with you, were over in the estate playing with my mates or down the woods or doing something. We kind of have a similar. There's a similar thing now, but I guess we're all a bit more careful about letting your kids just go wandering off to places and stuff, aren't we? We're all a little bit more aware now these days. So it's kind of, you want to keep an eye on a tab on where your kids are, really, don't you? So, well, we do, don't we? But they enjoy the garden, you know, and the beach and all those sorts of things. So it's really good fun, isn't it? Yeah, cool. That was a quick answer to that question, wasn't it? We're done. Fiona, do we have any plans to go on holiday this year? Unfortunately, not this year. No, we're going to have a bit of a frugal year this year. You never know, next year we might suddenly take off on YouTube, and that would be awesome, and get loads more views and be able to afford a few more things. But at the moment, we're just having to be, you know what it's like at the moment, everything's rising, nothing's going down, everything's becoming more and more expensive, and every time you think you might have some spare income, unfortunately there's something else, isn't there? There's something else to pay, or there's some other bill, or something else is going on. I mean, they've recently lowered the cap here in the UK on the energy price, and it's saving people something like, what was it, something like £10 a month or something, £14 a month. I mean, realistically, the government needs to do a lot more. And I will always say that if they truly want to get people out of poverty in any country, is control the energy prices. That's it. Control your utility bills, because they're people's biggest outgoing, aren't they?
And food.
Food and utilities. The biggest outgoings, water, heating, you know, all those sorts of things are your biggest expense, and apart from obviously mortgage and rent and that. But if they could control those, I always say, no, if they could control those things, unfortunately, big business controls them. Then the problem will just kind of calm down, won't it? This cost of living crisis, because they're the biggest problems, aren't they? Is how much it's costing you to live. I know.
It's come out now.
I know. You see the
sun
sun
a minute ago.
That'll be, the sun's going down now, isn't it? Behind this, because that's west. No, it's not. That's west. That's east.
Sun's there.
I'll get my compass out in a minute.
It's right there.
Yeah, is that the sun over there?
Right there.
Sun's right there.
Coming down. Yeah, that's where we watch the sunset, over there.
So yeah, petrol is rising again. It won't be long. I mean, obviously, it's quite convenient that the cap is coming down in the summer. Wait till winter comes, and then obviously, you know, the cap will rise again, won't it? And there'll be another few billion made and whatever else. So it's just how the world's working at the moment, isn't it? Big business is driving a lot of things. It's just, is our milk price rising?
I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't really noticed. I say I haven't really noticed.
Milk's expensive. It's about £2 something.
It's crazy, isn't it?
£2. I can't remember how much Tesco's milk is. £2 something for 2 litres.
It's crazy.
We do get through quite a lot of milk.
Yeah. It's crazy when you think, well, you used to be able to get for a couple of quid, and now you can get 2 pints of milk, 3 pints of milk, whatever. You know, 2 litres of milk. Is it 2 litres to get? Litres of milk. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing, Deborah, for me, is if all people like Keir Starmer have got to do is take control of the energy costs, and what they need to do is nationalise the whole thing again, and then they're in control of the pricing, aren't they? I mean, I know, unfortunately, we get a lot of imports from foreign countries. Here in the UK, we do. But I can't, you know, there's got to be a way around that. That's probably why they're chucking the air source heat pumps on everybody's properties now, is to get away from gas and to get away from...
They're not cheap to run.
No, they're not.
They're supposed to be cheaper, but...
They would be if the energy prices would come down, wouldn't they?
Well...
You know, yeah. It is £2.50 for 6 pints.
Yeah, that's about right.
More of your try-on hauls. Actually, saying that, you've got a Sheen haul tomorrow night.
Yeah, I haven't bought that many things for me lately. I bought some new trousers.
Yeah. You don't want to see me doing a try-on haul. A pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Anyway, right, so Katie. There's a huge shout out going out to Katie, who's 4 years old and is going through a lot of treatment at the moment. So how are you doing, Katie? I hope you're okay. And that's from Trisha. So there you go. Hi, Katie. And we'll say hello to Julie Leaney, who's visiting Lou in Cornwall. Oh, that's so nice, isn't it? Lou's a lovely place. Hi to Liz, Danny G. How you doing, Danny? Linda Hoban. Oh, hang on. I've got to say sorry, I've written it down a bit squiggly. Linda Hoban, I hope that's right. Who's got COVID, and that's from Sam Bergwin. So I hope you're okay for that one. Hi to Susie. Oh, I've almost done one page of shout outs. Okay, right. So, Julie, you've asked, is Agnes looking forward to homeschool? She's already enjoying it. And the previous vlog that we put out, that genuinely came from Agnes. We were talking about, could we do something, a project with dragons? And I said, well, how about if we had like a dragon theme park? And then that led on to a dragon board game and just kind of like your imagination flowing, which will take some time. It'll take quite a few weeks to do, but she's already getting involved in all of the home education bits and bobs. But the thing is with kids that have been schooled is they need a bit of time to just de-school, really, and just to kind of learn how we're doing things at home. I mean, we're still learning, to be honest with you, but we've kind of now understand what we're expecting from a week, aren't we? You know, ish. Kind of. But the thing is, it's almost like you have to tell yourself that you're not in the school system anymore, and there's not a curriculum as such, but you are teaching your children, you know. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Momo. So yeah, home education is one of those things that we're still learning. We're still developing how we do things. And, you know, Joe Wicks is coming now in the mornings. We'll be carrying on with that on Monday, going out and doing a few science experiments. Toby wants to do a few science experiments and things, doing some project work, but then also the academic side of it is coming into play. Zoe's more of the academic side. I'm more of the project side. That's really working out quite well, isn't it? You know, the thing is like when we vlog, and we'll say it all the time, and we get people say, some people come on and they'll say, well, you haven't really done much home ed. We do. It's just that we're not always filming home education, you know, because our channel is a bit of everything. Our channel's a bit of going out to town. It's a bit of day in the life. It's a bit of shopping haul. It's a bit of clothing haul, try-ons. It's a bit of everything. We just try and film our life and put that down on our channel. It's not, if we're not going to suddenly become like a home ed channel. I mean, Zoe and I are actually thinking about introducing well, one of the things that we do have is 20 years experience of raising children, and we've seen quite a lot of things along the way. Some mistakes we've made and we've rectified, and it's all the, you know, it's down to things like trying out prams and bottles, and you know, you can imagine like 20 years of raising children. So we were thinking the other day of actually starting to introduce some playlists which are some advice from us as well, you know, some advice videos, and put them on as well. So maybe do one advice video, we can have like advice videos from birth to 5, and then on to, you know, middle aged children, and then on to teens. And so that's one of the ideas we're kind of toying with at the moment, isn't it? It's doing that. So, but what we don't want to do is become pure home education, but it is part of our life. It is part of what we do. So it's kind of like, you know, if we're doing a really fun project and we want to add that to the vlog, then we'll tell you about it, you know, because it's really fun and we're really enjoying it. And that's how we're kind of playing it at the moment, isn't it? You know, so not to tie ourselves to our niche is family channel, but not to tie ourselves down to a sub niche, if you like, of being pure hauls or pure, you know what I'm trying to say. So we're kind of a bit of a broad, not a broad spectrum, but we cover family stuff. So yeah, but no, she's really, to answer that question, she's enjoying. Joseph is besotted, isn't he?
Joseph adores
Oh
Agnes.
my God. It's like he's got his best friend back.
Joseph and Agnes have always been close. Always been close. And he missed her. I think he missed her while she was at school, but he never kind of sort of said that do you know what I mean? But whenever she used to come home from school, he's straight. You know, the amount of photos I've got this week of him, just those two cuddled up together on the sofa, because he adores her. I mean, she adores him back, but she just gets him, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She gets him. She doesn't. I mean, occasionally she takes a step back from him because he can be a little bit full on with her sometimes, but they've always had a really lovely relationship, haven't they?
Yeah.
Joseph and Agnes.
They've been very close.
She brings out the best in him, I think, as well. She can always get him to do things when he doesn't.
She can calm him down as well.
Yeah.
Like if he's going for a meltdown, sometimes she can bring him out. Sometimes she can bring him out of it.
Not very easy.
You know, and so it's just so nice to see those two back together. And for us, it's kind of like now there's a chapter ending, which is school life in a sense. I mean, obviously we still got Noah at school. He's finishing his high school, but he's going to college. But he's got his own plans on what he wants to do. He's very switched on now, isn't he? Like completely switched on, and he really knows what he wants out of life. So, but this kind of chapter is coming to an end for us. It's the whole school life, school system, and it's kind of like we're now moving into a new one with just pure homeschooling, aren't we? Or home education, I should say. But that's life, isn't it? You have to kind of adapt and change and do what we've always been the type of people that if things aren't quite right, do something about it. You know, if things aren't quite working, change it. If things aren't going the way we want them to go, why is that? Have a chat about it, see what we can do to rectify it. And as you kind of get a little bit more experienced, you realise that you can make those decisions and you can go, nah, I'm not taking this anymore. I want to have the children at home, and I want them to know that we can take charge of their learning, and
it's not just about the learning.
No,
though,
it's all of it.
All of it. It's all of it, especially just it's everything, isn't it? It's things that they pick up from other people, probably things that you don't want them to pick up from outside influences. It's all those sorts of things. It's things that happen at high school that are just ridiculous and not anything to do with their learning at all. I mean, it does more damage than it does anything else.
Yeah.
And I can't watch another child go through the school system and be damaged by it and come out the other side a different person. And I think because you're always conditioned to go to school, aren't you? We went to school, everybody goes to school, that's what you do, you go to school. It's very difficult to then, as soon as you do something that isn't the norm, and I was reading something yesterday and people were like, oh, why do people that homeschool, why do they always trying to justify themselves to everybody? And it's like, because people make you try and justify it, because, you don't have to justify why you send your children to school, but you have to justify why you want to keep them at home and teach them at home. There should be a choice. School for some people is great, and it has worked for some of ours. It worked for Elizabeth, didn't it? But it hasn't worked for some others. And I think there should be, there should be a choice, really. Yeah.
As Alison said, you only get one shot at life, don't you? And you make mistakes along the way, and you try and learn from them, and you try and make changes.
And it's not, it's not down to, not like anti-teachers or anything like that.
No.
Kids have had some amazing teachers. They really have. In fact, one of their old teachers from primary school went into the shop where the girls worked the other day, and it happened to be two of the girls were on, and two of the other girls were in the shop with Noah. And she was like, oh, you're here. Oh, all of you are here. And she actually also taught Agnes. And, she was an amazing teacher. She was really, really lovely. Because it's nothing to do with that, because that teachers get a bad rap as well. And, they've got a lot on their plates, haven't they? They've got a lot to deal with. But it isn't a one size fits all. It's really not. And I think you've always been made to try and get you and your children to fit in that. They must fit in. If they don't fit in, what's going to happen to them? And sometimes they just don't, that doesn't fit. That style of education doesn't fit every single child. And that's,
Thank you, Laura. Laura said, we've got great kids. We have got great kids, and we are proud. I think sometimes as well, if you're like me and Zoe, self-doubt comes into it a lot. And we kind of manage that a lot. I mean, you suffer from anxiety as well, don't you? But it's always been part of my life, self-doubt, and it's kind of like, are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? Are we good at this? Do we make good videos? And that horrible little monkey's always sat on my shoulder going, your videos are rubbish, and all this sort of stuff. And you need to do better. And it's difficult to manage that as well, isn't it? Sometimes, but you have to believe that we have to believe, and we always, reassure each other that we're doing the right thing, even though there's plenty of people out there telling us that we're not. I just think people are afraid of change and afraid of how things are going, because there's quite a few people that have got the same mindset of us as us, and are removing their children from the school system and teaching them themselves. So maybe that is the way. Maybe there's a metamorphosis going on, and it is going a bit, you'll end up with like half and half. You just don't know, do you? Maybe in the long run, it may well help out the school system.
You never know.
And take the burden off them a little bit. Maybe. Just throw that one out there as well. So who knows? Anyway, great question. Thank you very much. Jean was asking about Agnes's test. Have you heard about Agnes's test? Now, I'm assuming, Jean, that we're talking about the food allergy type of test that were going on. It's kind of stopped, isn't it?
It's just useless.
So unfortunately, the pediatrician that basically pushed for all the tests to be done, and she is milk intolerant, but that's as far as it's going at the moment. I personally, I was afraid that there might be something more going on, but at the moment we are rigidly keeping an eye on it, and I'm under no illusions that if anything was to start getting worse, then she's straight back to the GP. But as it stands at the moment, she's been discharged from the paediatrician again. So they're not seeing anything that we're seeing, which is the difficulty, isn't it? When the paediatricians aren't seeing it, you feel like, oh, are we overreacting? No, because she does get really tired and she does get worn out. And could there be something more going on? Possibly, but they've tested her for diabetes.
She has been better lately.
Yeah, she's been tested for quite a lot of things. So maybe it is the fact that she is obviously milk intolerant, but maybe she was just a bit worn out as well. Maybe that's what it was. We don't know. So it's not kind of he said, she said, and that's it. And it's the NHS. It's nothing like that. It's just a case of let's just see what happens with that, and we'll keep an eye on it, like we do with all of our kids. We keep an eye on all of them and make sure that they're all okay, and you know, and we'll just see what happens with Agnes. But at the moment, touch wood, she's not too bad. She's not too bad. She's okay. Here we go. I'm not going to run out of questions, am I? Oh my god. So Liz, I love your questions. Would we consider being extras in a film with Matt Damon? Yes, definitely. I've not got a bromance thing going on. I just think he's a great actor, and I love the Jason Bourne thing. I love those videos. I love those films. They're absolutely amazing.
Isabel would.
Well, the thing is,
Isabel would love to be an extra.
Yeah, the thing is, obviously, we've been in 3 TV shows anyway. So we've been in what was the first one we did years ago? Wasn't it 10? Is it 10 kids and I can't remember what it's called. It's 10 kids and something, or Me and My 10 Kids. Channel 5. It was Me and My 10 Kids. I should go back through my videos because there's something about it on there. There was Me and My 10 Kids. So we did, that was our first taste of stardom. That was our first taste of stardom. Oh my goodness me. Anyway, so that was our first taste of being on the TV. And then a year or so later, another media company came and got in touch with us, and they said, would you do a show for ITV, which was 30 kids and counting the pennies or something? What is it? 30 kids and counting the pennies or something like that? 3 families. There was us. There were the guys that had to play. What do you call it? They had the soft play centre, didn't they? Then there's another family. So that was that one, and that was all right. They were a good bunch to work with, actually, weren't they? That lot. They were a good bunch to work with. And then the third one we were on was Scotland's biggest families. And there was us and the Ham family. So we have done a bit of TV, and it's good fun while you're doing it. I mean, it's hard work, but it's good fun.
It's not like it's just long hours.
It's long hours. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's long hours, and you've got to be on form because you know you've got a mic attached to you pretty much for the whole day. And obviously, unless you need the loo or you stop for lunch or whatever else. But for the most part, you've got your mic'd up, and you've got cameras on you, and you kind of it's kind of what they want. You get to a point where you forget they're there, and then that's the moment they're capturing the bits of real life. And yeah, no, I mean being movie extras would be good, though, wouldn't it? That'd be good. That'd be good fun. I reckon we'd all be up for that, to be honest. Yeah, well, I do. Most of us. I say all. Probably Leah, Erin, me, Zoe. You know what I mean? Erin would be right in the middle of it. Okay, let's check my second page. We're going on to the second page, guys. So Sally, how you doing, Sally? She said her son Dan is getting married tomorrow at Princess Pavilions. What's Princess Pavilions? Is that in am I thinking Princess Pavilions in
Falmouth?
Yeah, is that what I'm thinking?
Princess Pavilions, Falmouth.
Falmouth. Is it Falmouth? Yeah. So that's good news.
It is Falmouth, isn't it? I'm sure it's Falmouth. We got married at the Green Bank We didn't actually. We had a reception at the Green Bank Hotel in Falmouth.
We got married at Camborne Church.
And then we had our reception at Green Bank Hotel. It's a beautiful hotel.
It was really nice. It was right on the harbour wall as well, wasn't it? So it was a lovely view, lovely photos. And
one of my friends got married on the same day in what's the other hotel? One of the other hotels in Falmouth.
So there's Green
Bank,
Falmouth Hotel.
No, it wasn't that one. It'll come to me. She got married on the same day in the other hotel.
There you go. So that's good news. That's Sally. So we've got Hayley, Olivia, happy birthday. Hang on for. Whoa.
Sorry.
We've just gone live on the Ring doorbell. Sorry, guys. So we've got Hayley, Olivia, happy birthday on the. Oh, I don't know what that says. What does that say?
First? No.
Happy birthday on the 1st of July, was it? For Sparkle Budgets? Happy birthday. I hope it was the 1st of July. I think that's what I've written down.
That was last Tuesday.
Was it?
Or is it the 7th? But then that would have still been Monday. What date is it?
What date is it? It's the 4th. It's Independence Day. 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. So it is.
And also, happy birthday, Joyce. You're 89 tomorrow, and that's from Sam as well, Sam Bergwin. And that's all the shout-outs I've got at the moment, guys, unless there's any more that anybody wants. Any more shout-outs? Grace was filmed. Oh, I like Grace. Julie said Grace was filmed by me and used my work car park for crew parking. That's good. Grace is good. I like that. That's a good program. Juliet, bravo. Oh, we're going on the old police shows. I remember Juliet Bravo. You don't, do you? Do you remember Juliet Bravo? Do you remember that?
No.
With the PC with the whistle. I always remember the storyline where he had to remove his whistle because it was getting removed from the uniform or something. I always remember that storyline with Juliet Bravo. Well, obviously the Bill.
I used to love the Bill.
The Bill was awesome, wasn't it? Really good show.
I used to love it. I watched all of them.
I
was gutted when it finished.
So,
although you can still see reruns, but it's not quite the same. It doesn't feel quite the same now as it did back then. Love that program.
What was the tall lad called? Not Smithy, was it?
Yeah.
Was it Smithy?
Well, see, he's been in loads of stuff since then.
He was in Casualty, wasn't he? Smithy was in Casualty. See, I still like watching The Professionals because I remember watching The Professionals when I was
you're
younger.
obsessed with watching.
I love The Professionals.
The Equalizer.
The Equalizer, yeah.
Ben loves watching The Equalizer.
See, these old programs are brilliant as well. You know, The Professionals was good. Colin, a shout out for. Hi, Colin. I can't. Do you know what? I write. So I've actually been getting a bit of arthritis in the thumbs. And my writing, sometimes I've got to hold the pen a bit weird. I've been to the docs about it, but you know, so I've hold my pen a bit weird sometimes, and I can't read me writing. I've got to learn a new way of writing a bit. The Bill was filmed in Croydon. Minder, yeah, that's back on. Minder's back on. Yeah, it's good, Minder. Yeah. And another thing that's been up, does anybody remember? It's actually really, really good. Dempsey and Makepeace. Does anybody remember that? It used to be on ITV. That they're doing reruns of that as well, with the American guy and the British copper. Do you remember Dempsey and Makepeace? She had the blonde hair.
I know who they are. But
yeah,
I don't remember watching it. No.
Do you remember watching it? I used to love watching it.
I'm younger than you.
I used to love watching Dempsey and Makepeace. That's back on as well. Whoa. Alison, so your husband designed some stuff for James Bond. What kind of stuff? Gadgets.
Top secret.
Yeah, there you go, Chrissy. Dempsey and Makepeace. Loved it. I love Dempsey and Makepeace. Really good. The other things what popped into my mind the other day when we were talking about the Ewings was Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that was. I used to watch that the whole
Brookside.
family.
I used to love Brookside.
The whole family used to watch Dallas.
Can you still watch reruns of Brookside? I used to love Brookside.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't know this, but Jim Royal and Barbara Royal, I didn't realise that was a spin-off from Brookside.
You living under a rock?
Google it.
No, I know.
Jim, I didn't know that. Jim Royal and Barbara Royal from the Royal family. I didn't realise that was a spin-off from Brookside. I had no idea. And I was like, oh, yeah.
I used to love Brookside.
What's the guy called? What's the actor called that does Jim? Oh, that's going to bug me now. The actor that does Jim Royal.
I can't think of his name.
He was doing, it was Ricky and Ricky Tomlinson. Because he was doing that tour with Ricky and the lad that plays his son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they were talking all about it. And I was like, oh, man, yeah. Deborah, why do the children call me Ben? Because they just do.
No, they call me Zoe as well.
Yeah, they just do.
Sometimes.
We've talked about it quite a few times. Basically, it was the teenagers. When the teenagers started becoming teenagers, they thought it was funny to call me Ben, right? And it was a bit of a joke at the start, but it kind of stuck. And I'm fine with it. You know,
Ralph Little.
That's it, Ralph Little. They call me Ben, they call me Dad, whatever. You know, they call me both. But it blows people's minds. I mean, I remember like I think it's your sister-in-law, their parents, they call their parents by their first name as well. And it's just one of those things that kind of stuck. It was just a bit of a family joke at the start, and it just kind of stuck. It's no biggie, really. It doesn't bother me. No. Prisoner, it's back on.
I loved Prisoner Cell Block H. I used to watch it. Me and my friend
B.
used to
Smith.
watch it when we came in from being out, probably doing things that we shouldn't have been. Used to love Prisoner. Absolutely love it.
What was the British version? Was
Bad Girls.
Yeah, with Fenner.
Yeah, I love that. That was brilliant.
With Fenner. And the spoiler alert, he gets stabbed with an ice. Doesn't he get stabbed with an icicle?
That was brilliant. In fact, I reckon Olivia would like that one.
Yeah, Fenner. Yeah, they're all like superstars now. All the girls that are in that, aren't they? You know, keep them coming. Tenko, wow, that is going back. Tenko, do you remember Tenko? About the Japanese war camps, was it? Prisoner war camps. Bad Girls was great. Wentworth. I bet they did. I bet they must do a tour in Australia.
Golden Girls. I used to love the Golden Girls. I used to watch that.
Did you
watch that? I used to love the Golden Girls. It was so funny, so funny. I used to love that program. Oh, Footballers' Wives. That's another one. I used to love that too. That was great. Footballers' Wives. I mean, it was so cheesy, so unbelievably cheesy, but it was so good.
Footballers' Wives. We used to, yeah.
I loved Footballers' Wives.
Golden Girls.
I used to love the Golden Girls.
The A-Team. Loved the A-Team. So for me, my Saturday was, if I wasn't out playing, my Saturday was the A-Team, Airwolf. If you remember Airwolf. I
used to watch the A-Team. I didn't used to
with Hawk. Yeah, he used to have that. Right. The physics behind it doesn't work. Okay, you can't really have jets on a helicopter because the blades will fold, right? That's only because I was a helicopter engineer for 15 years. But I loved the show. Yeah, so Airwolf.
Moonlighting. I used to love that program.
Let's get some
that was Bruce Willis and it's not Kathleen Turner, is it? No.
Oh my God, the Banana Splits.
Oh God, what was her name? It wasn't Kathleen Turner, was it?
Was it?
No.
So yeah, Team Airwolf. They used to have the wrestling on as well, the proper British wrestling with Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks.
Shepherd, that's the one.
Sybil Shepherd.
Not Kathleen Turner.
Big Daddy and Giant Haystacks. That used to be on as well.
Mork and Mindy, that was a good one.
Knight Rider.
Knight Rider was a good one.
Oh, so good.
I liked MASH.
MASH was so good. Does anybody remember Street Hawk? I used to love that program as well, where he was a motorbike.
No.
The guy on the motorbike. Street Hawk. And there was another one called Manimal. Do you remember that one? When a guy used to change, his face used to change, and he used to change into different animals. There's loads of
I
programs.
didn't just watch any of them.
So you're not Manimal.
Saved by the Bell, that was a good one.
Land of the Giant. Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard was good. With Roscoe Pico Tree. Paradise Club. Manimal, yeah, see? Somebody agrees with me. You don't remember that?
No.
It used to, I swear, it used to like change into different animals. That was just like power. Unless he changed into like a slug or something, and he's like, what's that can do? Do you know what I mean? Thomas asked, how many girls do we have? 9. 9 girls. That's excluding Zoe.
What was the one with the boat?
The boat?
Sailing.
Oh, Howard's Way.
That's the one.
I love Howard's Way.
Howard's Way.
It brings.
There's one theme tune that will bring back that whole
that
Sunday night
vibe.
feeling. It will be that one.
Yeah, Howard's Way, and what was the one with? Oh God, Harry Seacombe.
Oh, wasn't that Songs of Praise?
No, it wasn't Songs of Praise. He did his own like.
I swear it was
like churchy show, didn't
Songs
he?
of Praise.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the ITV did one where he was singing along. It was called I can't remember what it's called now. Harry Seacombe used to do this program, this like church program, and then it'd be like Howard's Way and all that on a Sunday. You could either have that, or you went BBC and you'd have like Last of the Summer Wine, wouldn't you? And then that used to give me the Sunday vibes. It was like Last of the Summer Wine when that theme tune came on. Probably therapy, don't we? Yeah. so they don't affect you like that anymore.
Friends, I've seen
Quantum Leap.
Every episode of Friends, I don't even know how many times.
So Quantum Leap is so good. Quantum Leap, Bionic Man, Bullseye. Goes without saying, doesn't it? Bullseye goes without saying.
Bullseye t-shirt and asked the other day. The kids were going to go out for you, but
love Bullseye.
They didn't have it in your size.
With Jim Bowen. Little House on the Prairie, yes. What was the one with the girl that lived in like, was it Heidi? I remember that program where she had cows or something. Remember that? There used to be Heidi and Black Beauty. There used to be like a couple of programs that were out as well. Do you remember that?
Only vaguely.
Heidi. Who made the paintings behind us?
Florence.
Florence. That's Florence's wall. Everybody's happy with that, by the way. We do share other pictures, but everybody's happy. The kids are happy enough before we get people
Florence
coming on again.
You
only love Florence. Yeah, all the kids' stuff that they make is in the dining room pretty much on the walls in there. But Florence insists. She comes out every morning with her next picture. Up, please. So it goes up. I think they're brilliant, to be honest with you. I think she's doing a cracking job. Yeah, the wrestling was good, wasn't it? The Waltons, Lassie, Little House on the Prairie, Littlest Hobo. There's another one. Littlest Hobo. Do you remember?
No.
With the Alsatian?
Yeah, I know. I don't remember watching it.
How not?
Because I'm younger than you.
You're not that much younger than me, though.
I'm like, yeah, but there's a big difference when you're like, you know.
Littlest Hobo. Flipper. Oh, goodness me, yes. Gentle Ben with the bear.
Skippy.
Yeah, Skippy the kangaroo.
Skippy.
Do you remember Skippy? There was Gentle Ben, how that kid wasn't mauled by that bear, I don't know. They must have had a rifle on the bear. The Brady Bunch. Somebody put, I used to love the Banana Bunch. And because it used to be the Banana Bunch and the Monkeys. And this was before, like, I'm sure that was before you'd have things like Get Fresh and all the Saturday morning TV programs. So Going Live. And then the ITV had Get Fresh with Gilbert the Alien. Do you remember that one? Do you remember Get Fresh? It's supposed to be set in a spaceship. What else did they do before they did SMTV and all that sort of stuff?
Don't remember.
Metal Mickey, yep. Baywatch. Loved Baywatch. How old was I watching Baywatch? Probably about 14.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Wild at Heart wasn't the one set in Africa with what's her name?
Oh, Tamsin.
No, the other one. Did Britain's Got Talent? Does the radio?
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean. What's she called? That's nuts, isn't it?
Amanda Holden. That's the one.
Amanda Holden.
Amanda Holden. That's her.
Tiz was,
I did like that program.
The Monkeys. Love the Monkeys.
Getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Soz.
Yeah.
Amanda Holden. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you got rid of that.
Oh, she's just getting on my nerves.
Yeah. Yes. TV programs from the 80s. So good. So many of them. But quite a lot of them have come like Terrorhawks. So you keep throwing them out there. Love the Terrorhawks. With the... Do you remember the Terrorhawks with the gruesome granny on it? Mother! Mother! Do you remember that?
No.
That's my Terrorhawks impression, by the way.
No.
Love Terrorhawks.
See, some of the shows are not the same. Like Blind Date Without Scylla. It's just not the same, is it? It's just not the same.
Or Surprise, Surprise.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Didn't what's her face? Holly Willoughby tried to do Surprise, Surprise, did
It's
she?
not the same.
It just didn't work, did it? Oh, Kiwiman asked, are we going to go and see Oasis? Because like Toby's been wearing stuff. I wish we could.
£500 a ticket. Resale.
£500 a ticket. What? We love Oasis. We've been playing Oasis all day, to be honest, in the car. Oasis brings back basic training vibes for me because I did my basic training in 1996, and Oasis was huge then. So every time I listen to Wonderwall, I get taken back to Bull in Shoes in a room with 7 other guys. So yeah, that's what some of the songs remind me of. Is all basic training in the Air Force. Where's all Gummidge? Where's all Gummidge? John Pertwee. He was brilliant, wasn't he? He was Doctor Who as well, wasn't he, John Pertwee?
Oh, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
One of many.
He was proper West Country, wasn't he? John Pertwee. Keep them coming, guys. No, it's not right with that, Sinner. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, man, isn't it? £500 a ticket.
I think that's resale. They were cheaper to start with, but the resale prices are ridiculous.
Oh my God, Magnum. Heart to Heart.
I used to like that.
Heart to Heart. I remember having so we used to watch all those programs like on a Saturday night, and you'd be allowed to have some pop and a bag of crisps, and that was your like Saturday night treat or your Friday night treat, or a chocolate bar and some crisps and some pop. It would be your Saturday night treat, and you watch things like Heart to Heart and that. But I did like Howard's Way. That was cool. Howard's Way was good. And I was watching the other day actually. So Bergerac's back on because obviously the new series, this new series of Bergerac is out. So they did reruns of Bergerac. That's cool.
Fraggle Rock. I try to explain to the kids so many times Fraggle Rock because Fraggle Rock was like my favourite.
That's Jim Henson, though, isn't it? It's like the Muppets. The guy that makes the Muppets.
And I used to have a Fraggle Rock 90 with red on the front. And every time I show the kids Fraggle Rock, they're like, ah, all right. It was brilliant. For our generation, it was brilliant.
Pink Panther, Soldier, Crossroads. Oh, what was I talking about then? What did I just mention?
Texas are playing at Velodrome.
Yes.
In a few weeks.
They are.
But we worked out to go to Velodrome, for all of us to go to Velodrome and camp. It's just ridiculous amounts of money. So we're not going.
We're not going to lie, guys. It's a bit of a tight summer, this one. especially with going into Christmas as well, because Christmas is our biggest expense of the year, because we love Christmas, and Christmas for us is more important than going away on holiday.
Oh yeah, absolutely, on holiday, but we just cannot afford it.
We've just got to be really sensible and foresee what's coming. And unfortunately, it's this year we won't be doing any summer holidays, but that's okay because we'll make the most of where we live. So Rebecca said, will all the kids be camping out this summer? Right. So I need to get in that shed. That shed is awful. I need to get everything out. But now I'm kind of catching up with the garden now after the groundworks. And there's still loads of jobs I want to do. So I want to put some, anyway, I won't go into it. There's loads of jobs I want to do in the garden, right? But one of the most important things is to get in the shed, get everything out, and I'm going to have a good purge on things that we just don't need in the shed anymore. It's all going. I need to do my tools as well. Let's go through my tools because I've bought new tools. So I need to go through everything. And one of the things is we're hoping, fingers crossed, that the tent is still okay. Even though it's just basically because the shed hasn't been great at keeping the damp out, is it? So I'm hoping when we do finally put the tent up, we'll keep it up for a while, we'll let it air out, and we're just hoping that everything's okay. Same with a lot of the other stuff in there. But I'm in a bit of a pickle, obviously. So the groundworks threw in a bit of a curveball.
A bit. If you look at the garden from that direction, it's all right. If you look back to this direction, it looks like a building site.
What, a bulldozer's been through it. So yeah, we need to get the shed sorted out. And now I'm in two minds whether to just patch the shed up for another year.
We want to put a shed somewhere else in the garden, but we can't at the moment because it would need to go nearer the house.
We also need to know what the council are doing.
Yeah.
They haven't told us yet what they're doing with that patch of mess that's outside the back door here. They haven't told us what they're doing yet. I can see me having to do some more chasing up. What are we doing? When's the groundwork's going to get done? Because the other company are finished now. That's them done. They're not coming back. So now it's up to the council. I mean, a lot of the work so me and the kids did a lot, and Toby's been a great help. We did a lot of work the other day to level everything out, and to just because there's just piles of just.
There's
crap.
Still a lot of rubble in the garden.
So
to go, isn't there?
Yeah. So we've leveled all that corner off. So I need to know what they're doing before I start making decisions on what we're doing. Really. So now it's a case of, well, give it a month or so. We're looking at getting into autumn, aren't you? So you may as well just. So the question is, will the shed last another year, another winter? That's the question. Will the shed last another winter?
That is the question.
Now I may well go and get some new roofing felt and get some wood and try and patch it all up and see if we can get it through another year. But we'll have to see, won't we? So things have changed. It was the groundworks that threw a spanner in, to be honest. But we'll get there. Checkers Place Pop. Oh God!
What was Noel's house party? That was another one. I love Noel's house party.
What was that disaster of a program that Keith Chegwin did where they were all naked? Does anyone remember that one? When they were all running around naked. Oh my God. Yeah, the garden's going to look. We're not going to let. Obviously, we want to make the garden as nice as possible, and we've got work to do in the front garden as well. Because that the little patch we did looks really nice. So we're going to see, doesn't it? So we're going to see if we can extend that out and maybe go around the base of the bush and everything. But it's kind of like everything's on hold at the moment because of the works that are needing done at the back door. And once that's done, hopefully we can move on and carry on. It's a knockout. Yeah, they look nice, don't they, Danny? They look good. I quite like them. So we just need to see where we're going with it all now. And yeah, it's starting to look better, but we're nowhere near where we want to be because I'd like the garden to be spot on and the grass grown back and everything else. And yeah,
the problem with living so close to the sea, and it's when I say problem,
we live next to the sea. It's amazing.
Next to the sea,
it's amazing.
Everything gets ruined. Everything goes rusty. I don't know how long the cars will last. This is why you see people constantly cleaning the salt in it because it's just salt all the time, isn't it? Coming off the sea when the weather is
so
bad.
his car's going for an MOT at the end of the month.
but like anything you leave in the garden will rust 10 times quicker than anywhere else because you live right next to the sea. So top of the pops. Funhouse cat patch up, wasn't it? Funhouse. Yeah. Didn't you have those twins that used to be on there as well, if I remember rightly?
We did. I saw, what did I see just a minute ago? Timmy Mallet. Did you say this? Did you say Timmy Mallet? I still love Mallet's Mallet. It's really good. Sorry, guys, just sorting something out. Yes. So as for the garden, we'll just see how it goes, guys. Sorry, just to pause there. Now let's have a look. What can we squeeze one more question? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. How did it get to 8 o'clock? See, this is what happens. You see, we do one live a month. It's loads to talk about. We have a good laugh. That's pretty much been covered. That's pretty much been covered. Danny's asked, would we consider releasing a book? Yeah, definitely. We would love to do that when we release a book. Definitely. Let's have a look. Yeah, we do as well, Danny. We love doing the monthly live. Hi, Charlene and Janet. How you doing? So last shout outs then, guys. Anybody else want a shout out before we go?
I didn't know that.
What's that?
Place in the Sun presenter Laurel Hamilton. Her dad was a Womble. Wasn't Bernard Cribbins a Womble?
He narrated.
Oh, okay.
Bernard Cribbins narrated it, didn't he?
I love the Wombles.
Cheryl Baxter. Hi, Danielle.
No Chinese.
No, so we're going to have a Chinese on Sunday night.
Mashed potato and sausages tonight.
Happy birthday.
There's loads of birthdays in July. It's the best month, to be honest. I don't actually share my birthday month with any of the kids.
Thank you, Tamara. Right, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. So thank you so much for being on the live, guys. Honestly, thank you for supporting us like you do, coming on the lives and having a chin wag with us. You know, we enjoy it just as much as you do. And like I said just a minute ago, it's really nice to just do it once a month now and have lots to talk about and lots to catch up on and things. And it's quite nice, isn't it? Quite nice to have a chin wag every start of the month, you know, about how things have gone and that kind of stuff. So we'll be vlogging again tomorrow. There's a Sheen haul coming up tomorrow night. So he's filmed and that's done. That's edited and ready to go. And we'll be filming on Saturday and off we go again, won't we? So that's the timer. It's just the kids. Anyway, guys, look.
Not the little ones, by the way.
No, not the little ones, the big ones.
It's the old ones.
Anyway, guys, look, have a fantastic weekend. Take care, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.